My journey is so interesting. You can't believe it. I started in 2020 in August. Yeah, that's when I started goat farming. After visiting a number of farmers to see how they do, I was so interested and I started goat farming. I started with local ones for about 8 months. My reason was to first study how to take care of goats and all that. When I got enough experience, and that's when I started these exotic goats. Primary characteristics of a Boer goat is the brown scarf, then the dropping ears. Those are the major two things that you have to focus on, and maybe the chest. Me as a breeder now, I can see a goat and I see the chest and tell you that this is good, this is a good breed. Yeah. Sometimes you find 100% goat, Boer goat, the ear is not dropping completely, like up to maybe beyond the mouth. You see this back? The ears can drop up to beyond the mouth, but it's not 100% breed. Yeah, it is not. It is between 85 and 92%. But when someone comes and they have in their mind that a pure breed of Boer, the ears must be dropping, they are wrong. That's not the characteristic. The main one is actually knowing the background of the parents of a goat. That's when you track records of the right percentage of a pedigree. Give my farm time. Most of the time actually I'm here. People look at goat farming as something very small, but it is not. Goat farming used to be something small way back in time, but nowadays it can be a bigger business compared to cattle keeping, and it brings money faster than cattle breeding. Yeah, and the good thing with it, you start with what you have. You start with what you have, and you grow slowly. My management is about time, giving time, visiting the farm quite often, and of course taking care of the workers, because they are the bosses of this area. Whenever I am here or not, they are the ones that are responsible for everything. So it's very important to create a relationship between you and your workers. Not to take them like workers, but like family members. I installed the cameras in the pen, and I have a security light that comes on and off. For security camera, I use my phone to monitor everything that is done at the farm. For example, when the goat is born and I'm away, I see it even before the caretaker has seen it already. And for the light, when someone steps in at night, it comes on. And it helps the camera to get a proper vision to see who has come inside. The whole set costs like 1.2 million Ghana shillings here. It is not costly to me. It is worth it, because I'm not stressed, wondering how the animals are, did the boys clean the pen, all that. I see it from the camera. People feed their goats in different ways, but for me here I do free range, because I have enough land. They go in the morning, come back in the evening. Yeah, but there are many choices of goat breeding. You can choose to have zero grazing, which also work very well when you don't have enough land. So any piece of land that you have, you can start with to do goat farming. We release goats depending on the weather. When it's rainy season, we first let the ground dry, because goats fall sick during the rainy season. They get worms from the grass. And it happens when when the grass is still wet. That's why they pick eggs for the worms to get diseases. So when it's sunny season, normally between 10 and 11, there's no morning dew in the grass, and it's also dangerous for the foot rot. They get issues with foot rot. Another disease that disturbs goats during rainy season is off. Yeah, it's a disease that causes rashes. It causes rashes on the lips, and it disrupts them a lot. So those are the reasons as to why we give time when it's rainy season. It can even reach at up to 1. Goats cannot feed when it's raining or when the grass is wet, because they don't deal with water. They don't like stepping in water, and that's why they fall sick a lot during rainy season. Yeah, and they don't look as good as they look when it's dry spell. They do better in dry season. If you want to do business in goat farming, go for exotic goats because they grow fast, and feeding and medication and vaccination is like other animals, like other goats. So the money you spend on local goat is the same amount of money you spend on exotic, and exotic goats grow faster compared to the local ones. Animals are like human beings. They are like human beings. For example, they get stressed, they get tired. Things that stress goats, first of all, housing. It's very important. Before you venture into goat farming, you have to make sure that you have a good house for them. And according to how you see, these are animals. Some people do make mistakes and they construct a house like for a human being. They are animals that need space within. They need aeration. They're not like human beings. They have fur. They don't need that. When you compact them in the house, which is constructed like for human beings, it will fall sick. It will fall sick, and it will like somehow suffocate. It will lead to fall sick and get stress. Another stress factor is feeding. Some animals are not used to walk a long distance for feed. Like some people have goats in the houses, they're grazing. You cannot bring it and put it on free range and you think that it will maintain the body size and all that, like how these ones are already used to. So here there is water. Where they graze from, there is grass, there is water. Yeah, goats, like other animals, need water most of the time. After browsing, they have to go and look for water to drink. So this one is going to be injected with pen and strap because it had an issue when it was giving birth. The kid was somehow stuck like in a cervix, pelvis. So it has pain within the bones, but it is given this pen and strap, penicillin, to reduce the pain. This kid was released. It is 1 month and 2 weeks. It is not yet 2 months, but this gentleman always see them like they're old, but it's not the right thing. This is the size that I freely give. I freely allow to go and graze with the mothers. So the mothers stay here. The big number of the goats, the mothers, stay here, and the kids, after breastfeeding for about 2 to 3 hours, they separate the kids to their pen. They graze differently. They don't mix at all. Each goat has a tag, let's say from 1 to 100. So these ones are one of the full blood I have that were brought from South Africa. These are the mothers that I can't get out, that cannot get out from the kraal. Yeah, they're always here to give me offsprings to sell. This is for bucks, for males. We don't mix males that mount with the females. We do natural synchronization, where we introduce bucks when the females are ready to conceive. They're on heat. That's when we bring the buck. When it's 8 months old, it gets on heat. After getting first time offspring from the mothers, I sell the buck immediately. First of all, when you start goat business, goat farming, you have to make sure that you have plans for vaccination. Many people lose their animals because of viral infections. There are so many diseases that kill goats that you cannot even find out unless you call a doctor to do post-mortem and tell you that it was killed by PPR or what. The most important thing about these animals is vaccinate. I lost a lot of kids because of pneumonia and fleas. I didn't know that kids for exotic goats need to sleep in an enclosed area, like how I'm going to show you from inside. You see what I was telling you about pneumonia? You see how it is covered with a tarpaulin, but it is very safe for the kids. You see the space up? That is the space that is supposed to be given to the kids. They cannot suffocate and they cannot feel the coldness. This is how the house is supposed to be for the kids. And you put the carpet to control their feet from passing in the gaps of the timber. When it's cold, they get too much affected. They get running nose and they get pneumonia. They die. I lost about 25 kids at a go within like a week. Another challenge was fleas. Fleas also kills kids for goats. Unknowingly, you find it is okay. By the time you come back in the evening, you find it's dead. So it's very important to always check in the fur. Not all places around the country that have fleas. Risks, people fear them, but what they need is care. As I've told you, housing, treatment, and vaccination. That's all, nothing else. If you could see this goat, it is, I have records by the way. When a kid is born, I do record keeping. I note them down. This goat particularly is 9 months old. 9 months old. It has not given birth yet, and it's not yet pregnant. So you can imagine it's 9 months old and it was born from here. So for example, if I bought a mother, let's say 1 million for breeding, and I have this baby already. I have this baby already. When I'm selling it, this baby can go up to 1.5, the least. I do export to Kenya, Tanzania, and DRC. So far, I've covered 3 countries. The market I got is through my Facebook page. I created a Facebook page, and I post my goats. People see them and like them. The market is overwhelming. That's what I have to tell everyone. Market for goats is still virgin in Uganda. I sell seasonally. A client can ask me, I want goats, I say, wait up to August. I sell my goats when they are from 5 months and above. Yeah, that's what I do. Because I know that it's wind and it's safe to go to another place. I have local goats which don't stay here. They have their own pen. And they graze differently. The workers are different. Those that take care of these ones are not the ones that are taking care of the other ones. And the grazing, they have different paddocks. Yeah, they don't mix at all. The advantage with these goats, You can see even the housing is different. They are so resistant to diseases. They are not fragile like the other ones that we've seen first, the exotic ones. They can sleep even out. There is no any side effect that can cause them to fall sick. So as you see them, they are not so like locals as how people may say. For example, this one, you see it's a crossbreed somehow, but I cannot mix them with the other ones because the percentage is very, very low to mix with the other ones.